everybody, and welcome to Coffee with Chloe in the morning. And I don't have coffee, I just have water. There's no more coffee creamer, so probably healthier for me anyway. But hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, May 4th. It is around 9 a.m. And I am going to be doing my Coffee with Chloe in the morning stream, where typically I just try and leverage Web3 tech for social good. Monday to Friday, I try and go live from 7:30 to 8 in the morning, Eastern time. But of course, sometimes I sleep in, sometimes the day gets busy, so today a bit late. But Near is a bit up from yesterday, around 12:32, which is, I guess, good to see. It's funny, whenever we talk about AMMs and liquidity providing, generally you don't want too much volatility, because when you exit the liquidity providing, you want the ratio to be the same as when you enter. That could be a bit confusing, but that's for like decentralized exchanges, AMMs, kind of like ref finance is what we're talking about now. And so the idea here, though, is that I like lots of volatility, because you get lots of trading fees, lots of volume. And as long as there's lots of entropy, so the values are straying off of the mean, but then coming back to the average often, it works out pretty well. So lots of fancy mumbo jumbo to say that volatility is good because it brings volume, but you want to have like equilibrium and entropy off of that equilibrium, so that you're not actually losing due to impermanent loss. Yeah, whatever. I just go long-term LPing anyways. But Marma J token around 1175. Paras, I think still coming down. I usually look, Paras to me is like under a quarter and above a quarter. So under 25 cents, above 25 cents. So currently under 25 cents. Pixel token, kind of the same. I kind of just go under 10 cents, above 10 cents. So currently under 10 cents, around 6 cents. New game coming out soon. I'm assuming the new game will push the price up a little bit as the game adds more utility, as there's more use cases for the token in DeFi, decentralized finance. I'm assuming the price will go up in general, but I mean, the token price doesn't actually have to go up. It actually makes a lot more sense when the token is lower. But there is only 12 million tokens in total, so if each token's worth $12 million market cap. If each token's worth 10 cents, $1 million market cap. If each token's worth 1 cent, total market cap is 100,000, which seems very low. And so to me, it's around, when it's closer to 1 cent, it seems a bit cheap. Closer to 10, 15, 20 cents seems a bit expensive. And the Marma J Dao kind of invested in Pixel token when it was around 15 cents to kind of help, break the fall potentially and just support the token as it was a bit low. It's been helping out so far, helping out the Marma J community and helping out the Pixel token community, hopefully. Now as moving to Near Blocks again. Near Blocks doesn't really have the updated features yet. In the highlight Ernest did last week, he showed clearly what we're looking for here. Is when we go to the token page on nearblocks.io, we want to see the Near token, so that when we start looking at token transfers, we can start having the Marma J community. We want to see the Marma J token here, so that we can get the Marma J community coming to Near Blocks and being able to search for Marma J token transfers. And the more data you have, the better you're able to analyze the token and analyze the community. So looking forward to that. When it comes into the Dao Stats, generally pretty much the same. Again, the main thing we're looking at is the number of users per DAO, ticking up to 103. And yeah, the next big goal is like getting to 4 digits. More and more people interacting with the DAO. We have our first in-person workshop, which registration is now open for, by the way. So if you go to marmaj.org and you go to events, you just click that big button at the top, and you'll see the next event we have is May 29th, which is the workshop. We also have a community call, technically at the same time on Telegram from noon to 1. Technically, the call will still run. We will be at the workshop, physically there, hanging out during the call. Potentially, someone will have their cell phone, for example, showing the call on their screen and showing us talk about things. And it might not be for the full hour. It might be just half an hour. Maybe people can ask questions during the call on Telegram. We can try and answer them in person during the workshop. But the idea is that the last Sunday of every month, there'll be an in-person event, as well as the community call on Telegram. So Telegram's not going anywhere. It's not being deprecated fully just yet. but we are adding an in-person workshop. And so if you click this workshop, you can kind of come in, you can get the time, the day, okay, May 29th, the time from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., location, the Community Innovation Lab in Oshawa, Ontario, and on the website, so if you want to get more information as well. You learn how to set up a wallet, explore the use cases of NFTs, learn about the benefits of DeFi, and learn how to submit to a DAO. So honestly, it's a lot of what we do in these streams every day, right? The Near wallet's right here, and learning how to use that, exploring the use cases of NFTs. I mean, we have our NFT gallery right here, but we're going to be showcasing specifically 3XR. So 3xr.space. They're getting a UI update coming soon, so hopefully before the event. But generally, we're going to be showing people how to come into 3XR and log into the new account they just received, how to walk forward and say mint a gallery. And once they come here again, so they're going to have their Near account, they're going to have to log in with their newly earned Near account from the event, learn how to mint a gallery, be able to come here, select a gallery, select some NFTs. They won't own any yet, so they're going to have to pick NFTs from the Near ecosystem. So the idea is they pick 2 or 3 NFTs they want to add to the gallery. They go through the steps of minting it, and then they can go through actually asking the Marma J Dao to purchase and collect the NFT. So on that note, we can show off the Marma J Dao next. I'll try and zoom in a little bit so it's a bit easier to see. So this is the Marma J Dao. The back end for the DAO is Sputnik V2 contracts, and the front end is the Astro front end, powered by Near. So you can get information on the GitHub repo right here in the bottom left on the tab. You can go to the testnet environment. You can get the API. You can report an issue. So all the information for the Discord and Telegram and Twitter is all right here on the right-hand side. We focus mainly here on the DAO page. You can join the DAO. You can get a link for the website. We only have a website link. You can deposit to the DAO. So 999 Near deposited, and you can just deposit right there, which is pretty cool. But generally, I'm here personally to come vote on proposals. So this first proposal by Incubadora DAO, actually, I'm going to vote on it after. So what happens typically is the Marma J Dao is on the Creatives DAO Council. I showed this previously, but I'll duplicate the tab and we can kind of show it again and show how the Marma J Council would generally go about voting here. Because normally you want to see a link added to each proposal you vote on. So here you go, mcap.near, very cool name. So love the Near name, mcap. Vote on ID 350, Incubadora is the description. So we're voting on the creatives.sputnikdao.near smart contract. So that smart contract is right here. It is for the creatives, and we can go to the proposals on the Creatives DAO as well. And we're going to kind of scroll down looking for proposal 350. Awesome. So let's see. Vote on proposal 350 for Incubadora DAO, and MCAP is asking us to do it. Here, I'm seeing Incubadora May proposal was approved on the forum for 5,000, but this link was not added to our proposal. So I'm going to manually add it here. Link to forum. Okay. Oops. Link to forum. Send. And now I've added a comment to this proposal. And now it's easier for us to vote. So right now I can go vote on this saying, hey, we're voting on proposal 350. Here you go, proposal 350. You can see Incubadora already voted. Nomad Label DAO already voted. And now Marma J Dao way down here will get started with voting. So let's just get started. Voting yes. It is always easier when people who submit proposals add their own link. Also, the links that we manually add are not added on the blockchain. Okay, so it is not stored on chain, which is kind of the reason why it's much more efficient if you add the link to the description or add the link in the little link area. So if you scroll down, you'll see there's a description. This description is recorded on the blockchain. So this is a proposal for BeatDAO, similar proposal. And you can see there's a link here, which brings you right to the proposal, very easy to look at. For this proposal, they do have a link here for Incubadora to their forum post. So for example, I can go to the forum proposal, I can, I know Incubadora, I talk to them often, so I kind of know what they're working on. But as I want to learn more about what the Incubadora DAO is working on, I can see, okay, who are the members? Okay, so quite a few members. And now I know who mcap.near is. It's Carolina. So very cool. Now I know there's a bunch of members. I know who submitted. I know their DAO address. I know they currently have over 200 near, which is great. And they have a little asterisk here. So I'm assuming that some of these funds are meant to be used for current proposals, and they're just looking for extra funding for new proposals. So they have their April report here. You can go look at what they did last month. They have updated project timelines. So you can see what was supposed to happen in March is now happening in May. They have a new Mint-based store featuring artwork by these two artists. And then they have several new 3XR galleries minted under the community project section, which is super cool. And you can kind of go through and see everything that Incubadora DAO is working on. So it's pretty cool to see where the council members' funding is going out, the Mint-based store management, DeFi experiments and research, stipend programs. It really starts showcasing everything the DAO and the guild is going to be working on, and it kind of shows why they're looking for $5,000 for the month. And in my opinion, this is quite the in-depth proposal. We definitely, for the Marma J Dao, don't put proposals in that are quite as in-depth for the creatives DAO. Our marketing proposals are quite in-depth. But yeah, so to me, that is a great thumbs up and proposal. We now have this proposal from Beats DAO, which again, we can kind of go through, see how much they're requesting for. So they're looking for $4,860 in near plus 8 near. And then crans.near is going to take the funds because crans.near is KYC'd, I'm assuming the Near Foundation, and they're going to send the funds to the Beat DAO. So a lot of information's here so that it's very clear what's happening. Again, you can look into what Beat DAO is doing. So you can look at their previous report if you really want to check what they're doing. They're adding new council members, which is very exciting. It's always wonderful when you add new people to the council. And at the end of May, they're looking at adding a 5th council member. Super exciting. They have some proposals for May that they're trying to get put out as objectives. So they have, flipping samples, rhyme and flow, trivia quiz, beat attack, and so forth. They have cost tables, which is really cool. Trying to hire graphic designers from the Beats DAO. They're doing DAO management. And so it's great to see these DAOs start to grow, and they have their fixed costs and everything like that. And so it seems like their fixed costs are kind of looking to be around quite high, around 4,000 something, but the DAO management is at 1,200. And so generally we say, a DAO can use around 30% of their total funds for DAO management. This seems to be in line with what the Creatives DAO stands for, all these new creative projects for people interested in music and beats on the blockchain. So I will be voting yes. Again, I have to manually connect my ledger. And let's go. So as we vote on this proposal I think is now approved because it has 2 votes. And so now when we look at the Beats DAO proposal, you should actually see another vote. So Beat DAO, NXM, Afrostar, Muti, and you don't see anyone else yet. I think as I refresh the page, we should see Marma J here soon, but I'm not sure how long that takes. Let's see. Let's refresh the page here. It's still not saying, oops, where is it? Oh, that's why. Exceeded the prepaid gas. I'm gonna have to resubmit it with a higher gas. That is 100% my fault. And as you can see, I can't scroll down right now. I'm trying to scroll, I can't scroll. No worries, you can just zoom out and it'll show the full screen. I resubmit with 300 teragas. So the issue is, the Astro UI suggests that I use 150 teragas. 150 teragas is not enough for the custom function call of voting on another proposal. Now it's approved. It should, if I refresh the page now, it should show that it is approved. Wonderful. And if I go here, you see Beats DAO, NXM, Afrostar, and Muti. And if I refresh the page, you should now see perfect. marmaj.sputnik-dao.near voted the 4th of May at 9:13 a.m. It is now 9:13 a.m. and so that was us. We now voted through this proposal. It still needs more votes to pass, sadly. And so 30% of the group must vote. And so 30% of all these DAOs must vote. Maybe it should be lowered, but that's kind of what we're doing here at the moment. So I'm going to switch to show me only the active proposals, please. And we can see that there is actually, there is a couple of more active, quite a few active proposals. What the heck? So cfoon.near, again, we're just going to double check to make sure that perfect. cfon.near is right here. And then we just cfon.near just to make sure we don't have other proposals from this person. No proposals. Oh, whoops. It's cfoon, right? We have another proposal from cfoon, but no other proposals from cfoon. So we're good to go. We can pass this one. And basically, it's simply we know that people can only request twice for this bounty. And so if they've never requested before, it's pretty safe to vote yes. If they've requested one time before and got paid out for a story, I would check to make sure it's a new story. And if they got paid out twice for a story, I would just vote down. Okay, let's get back to our proposals that are active. Let's go to the bottom so we can just start from those and work our way up. Hugh Tran placed first. There's even a nice Ocaso.near is the head of all the Crypto Heroes Discord organization. And so when Ocaso votes yes and kind of also signifies that this is a valid proposal, it really makes it a lot easier for us, myself, and my Bianca, to vote as well. So thank you, Ocaso, or Soph, for supporting in this way. It really helps us to kind of run through these proposals when we know that there's someone else looking at them and making sure we vote yes. So Ted IV, we already know this proposal. Ted IV is one of the moderators for the Creatives DAO. And so again, if we click Ted IV's proposal, let's close some of these. We have so many things open right now. If we click Ted IV's proposal, we'll see there's 4 votes already. He's requesting 240 near to his personal wallet. And you can click the forum post here to kind of check why that's happening. Generally, Creative Council's mods are able to request 250 Marma J 250 near per month from the Creatives DAO. And so you can see like what they did for April, what the summary was, and they worked on some guides. And so we're going to vote yes. We're going to say, hey, thank you so much for supporting the creative community and the Creative DAO. We're going to vote yes from the Marma J Dao, saying that you deserve the 250 near. Please keep up the great work. And that's kind of our way of signifying that by voting yes and voting for our support for Ted IV specifically to get their moderator fee, which is pretty cool. As we continue on the proposals, there's so many. These aren't all active. But as you can see, I just voted on these yesterday. And this is just one day. So from yesterday, Tuesday till today, Wednesday, there's like 5 or 6 proposals here. That one we already voted on. Exceeded the prepaid gas again, which happens to me often because I always forget. I wish the Astro UI would just update this. So for example, when you see this proposal, why does this say 150 gas? It does not make sense to me. It is very inefficient. And it always breaks if you use a custom function call. So for normal proposals that I'm just doing a transfer, it'll work. But for this proposal, custom function call, it will not work. For this proposal, custom function call, it will not work. For this proposal, it'll work fine. For this proposal, custom function call, it'll not work. And so again, I have to come here, I have to type in like 219 or some value above 200. It's actually like above 215. So 219 works great. I hit approve, and now it'll say, okay, you're sending this along with, I still have to manually approve every time. But now it'll say, okay, you're going to send this proposal, but instead of sending it with 150 gas attached, it's like you're going to go on this road trip, but instead of only having 15 gallons of gas in your tank, you're going to put 21.9 gallons in your tank. And that is enough for the transaction to go through. It is enough for the car to make it to its destination. It's just a bit frustrating that the UI still shows 150, even though we all are well aware that 150 will not work. So these are all just for moderation payouts. That's why I'm kind of just voting them through. I know who these people are. I've discussed with them. As long as they added a link. So for example, I know who this person is. I know what the vote's for. But like Bianca, for example, still has to vote generally. And so she might, go through the link and be like, hey, who's this Adrienne person and what are they doing for the Creators DAO moderation? And so she might, click through the link and see what's going on. Proudly Mimi, let's see. Always loved your stories. Super cute how the community is starting to use the comment section as well to like big each other up on the stories and support each other. So here, for example, David Grace being like, always love your stories. And then Proudly Mimi being like, thanks, David Grace. You guys are super cute. Thank you so much for taking part in the short story event, building up. I gotta sign in again. Lord help me. Oop, it connected. So thank you so much for helping to build out the Marma J Chan lore. So obviously we started with a visual representation of Marma J Chan, the Marma J Foundation. We then went into a literary representation of Marma J Chan and the Marma J Foundation. And I'm very excited to kind of mix those two together. I know Ashley, our director of lore, is quite focused on launching a Gordon Freeman. Again, so if I want to check this, like, what happened week 14 for Medium, Gordon Freeman, I come to Discord. I check our Discord channel. I come down to Medium Enraged. I scroll up to week 14, right? And I can see that Gordon Freeman was there with us week 14. And so I know that I can come vote on this proposal. No worries. Also, I'll show as well that I don't have to check as much because there's also this check mark from Ocaso.near. Thank you very much. Also, Ocaso.near voted. And so by Ocaso.near voting on the proposal as an advisor, as this Crypto Heroes advisor, I know that Ocaso.near has looked over the proposal. Ocaso.near is saying that this works out well, and I can just kind of come through and vote through and help out. Obviously, I can still check things out, make sure I'm looking at all the information. But the interesting part is that, technically I don't have to. I can kind of trust the advisors in the Marma J community, which is super cool. Of course, because we have the blockchain, we don't have to trust. We can verify everything, which is what I love. But also, I think any community, if you always feel like you have to trust, it's probably not a very efficient community. You gotta lean on people at some point. So all the proposals. So there's one more Crypto Heroes. See, 2 of 8 easy. So this one I'm not even gonna check. I'm just gonna vote yes because Ocaso.near did vote already. I'm gonna forget this constantly, that I have to approve every single time it redirects to the wallet. I have to reconnect the ledger. But on the main wallet, if you don't refresh the page, the ledger stays connected, which is pretty good. That's my phone going off saying that, I voted. So I have notifications. So I get email notifications as well on all Astro DAO proposals, which is super cool. So you can go to like settings, I think. Is it no, it's not version update. Where is it? Maybe it's my account. Yeah, my account. So here's the email, info@marmaj.org. We use that one. And anytime there is a new proposal that marmaj.near can take part of, or for the Marma J Foundation, we get email notifications, which is great because obviously Bianca and I, both as co-founders of the foundation, get emails there. And so we're both able to see anytime there's a new notification. We also have Discord notifications. And so I think it's super cool how anytime there's a new proposal in the DAO, for example, proposal created by MCAP, it says here 9:15 a.m., transfer 808 proposal approved. So it's not showing all the proposals, it seems, but it's trying its best and it's showing quite a few. So we're going to keep working on this and seeing how it plays out. Wow, this has taken a long time so far today just to go through all these DAO proposals, but I did promise Ernest that I would go into more detail about everything we vote on. So there you go, Ernest. Always trying to help make these videos more efficient for those that might watch. And so the last proposal we have is this one by MCAP. We will vote it through later. Generally, it'll probably get voted through by either myself on Chloe.near, or it will get voted through by Bianca using the Bianca.near council account. Okay, now moving on into pixel pets. Well, this part's generally quick and generally the same every day. I take my gobbler. This pet will give me an extra item in Crypto Heroes. The higher level it is, the better the item will be. So right now, one of my main goals in this game is level up my pets, yes, but level up the gobbler. And as you'll see, the gobbler might look legendary, but it is very, very weak. And so once I actually use it in a fight, it generally gets injured in the very first fight. Even if I face a weak team, like I am, okay, defeated. Like, it's quick, it's simple, but I did get a little experience, and so, Gobbler, day by day, getting a bit stronger. Okay, so then the next step is, hey, let's put our strongest team in. Level 100, Machirion, level 100, Krathal, and level 99, Ammophila. All these pets are already training level 10, so I've came through. Actually, let's train one of my pets. Let's train this one, I guess. Why not? So you can train a pet. You can pay some pixel tokens, 24 currently. You say, okay, your pet starts training, and it takes a few hours or whatnot to train your pet. So I can show here, this pet is training 15 hours. For this pet to train, you'll get a little bit stronger. So damage 157, speed 314, magic 934, armor 314. And in 15 hours, so not tomorrow when I do the stream, but on Friday when I do the stream, hopefully, we'll see how much stronger the Goet has gotten. But generally, I put my strongest team in now, and I'm just trying to get all three of these pets to level 100 and be as strong as they can be for now. So what that really means is that Ammophila, oh, wow, that was quick. Ammophila, because it's level 99, it needs, 1,600 more experience until it gets to max level of 100. And at the end of this match, you'll be able to see how much experience we gain per win, or per time that Ammophila survives and we get a win out of this match. It's not very many. I'm pretty sure it ends up being around, if I'm lucky, I think it's like 20 experience, but let's see. Okay, so yeah, around 20 experience. And I wish that my Ammophila was able to gain more experience, because the Machirion and the Krathal on the end aren't gaining any experience. So once your pet's already at max level, you actually gain 0 experience for those pets. So you'll see the pets on the end. Next time I play, for example, the Krathal and the Machirion don't gain any experience, which makes sense, but I wish the extra experience went to the Ammophila. I've been trying to level up Ammophila for months now, and it's not that easy, but as we get to the end, I won't skip it, and you'll see that the pets in the end aren't gaining any experience at all, and it takes a long time to level up the pets. We're also gaining some rank points slowly. Honestly, trying to level up the Gobbler and trying to level up Ammophila doesn't do very well for leveling up my rank, or increasing my global rank. But once the Gobbler is done being useful in the game, I will go back to mainly focusing on my top 3 and then using my subs when needed. So Nox is my first sub, Hypolis is my second sub, and sometimes I use the Goet. That's kind of why I'm training the Goet, so that it is more reasonable to use in the future. Also, I might check the marketplace, and I might actually start buying some pets. At this point, I'd only buy pets that were P level 90 or above, and were epic or higher. So if we quickly go to the marketplace, we can kind of look for the 100 strongest pets. And so generally, I'm not looking for price, I'm looking for power level, and generally high to low. So we're looking for power level 100 pets, like this pet, Hypolis, epic, power level 100, I can level it myself, but it's actually very difficult to get the P level, and the T level is expensive. So the Hypolis here, the Bloatin I would buy, not for thousands and thousands of pixel tokens, but like I currently have 2574 PXT. And so I would purchase those for around that price. Let's see, you have a Minita. I actually don't think that they're very strong, so I probably wouldn't buy one. Hypolis is not bad, low defense, as you can see, but high attack and high spell. And then Bloatin is very, what's it called? The stats are all kind of in line with each other. So it's kind of evenly matched in terms of stats, which I enjoy. These are all kind of a bit too expensive. Like I don't want to what level 1 get. This Veryl's pretty good. So I think the best price thing on the market right now that I see is this Veryl. I mean, at level 64, its defense is 522, which is insane. You look at my characters, I have no characters with defense that's anywhere near that high for being level 60 something. So this is level 100 and has defense of 532. And sorry, if you go to the marketplace, where are we? Marketplace, strongest pets, power level, low to high. We can see this Viral has a defense of 522, but it's only level 64. So this actually seems like somewhat reasonable to purchase, this Viral, and something I would actually add to my collection. These are all great pets, just too expensive in my opinion. This pet here for 1100 pixel tokens, power level 95, T level 4. I actually do like Gabips. They have really high defense and attack. And so I actually might buy this one. I don't really need it, but it is something I might buy, mostly because of the price. Tie-Day, I think is a new pet, don't really need. A bit expensive too. I don't really feel like buying really expensive pets. But wow, that one's actually okay. A lot of Cron Cats for some reason. I don't know why. So many Cron Cats for sale, but I think it's hilarious. Oh, because they're all power level 85. What's cool about all the Cron Cats being for sale is that it does allow you to then take a bunch of Cron Cats and make your Cron Cat stronger. So that's interesting, and I definitely have thought about it. Like if I can find a bunch of really cheap Cron Cats, can I make my Cron Cat stronger? But it feels like Cron Cat, the actual card, has a bit too much spell damage, and I'm not sure. But that epic Gabeep, I might actually have to purchase. Like this epic Gabeep is way lower P level and cost double the price. I like cards that have high defense and attack. They're just cards you can count on. So you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I haven't gone to the marketplace in a while, and I honestly haven't seen a pet on the market that was this well priced in a very long time. Like it's affordable, it's epic, it's power level 90 and above, which is what I said I was looking for. I was looking for a pet that had power level 90 or above. I do have to now train it myself. So its training level is only, what was its training level? I think its training level was 4. Yeah. And so, you know, as I use this pet, I am going to have to, train it myself. But I can't, you can only train one pet at a time. But this is what the next pet I'm going to be training. This is my next main, if we can call it that. And so, yeah, pretty exciting. What's the most efficient way of doing this? Maybe I'll take out my Machirion and take out my Krathal and see if these guys can win. I don't know if they'll be able to. But at least if they do win, all 3 of them will gain experience. So, there's that. So it's always trying to manage, like, how do you make it so that, okay, yeah, so the Gabip is actually quite weak. No! We lost. Okay, so that sucks to lose because you lose all your pets. But we still have, you know, this team to come out. And so generally, that's why we start with our strongest team, because at least we win. When one pet dies, we kind of put our sub in. But it's always a little bit different. And the RNG, the random number generation, always kind of changes up what happens in the game. So we have only one of our main pets left, so we're going to move on to Crypto Heroes. And the Crypto Hero stuff has been pretty straightforward this week. We are in first place currently for the hard difficulty with Marma J Dao and 125 kills so far. We are at first place in the medium difficulty. Currently have 153 kills with the Chloe.Near team. And we are at first place in the easy difficulty with the Marma J raids. We have Sup Nerds with 378 kills. So what's pretty cool is that currently every member of Sup Nerds, Chloe.Near, and Marma J Near teams, as you can see here, will each be able to request 1.69 Marma J from the Marma J Dao. And so you can look at some of the past proposals. That's punny. Oh my gosh, my phone just will not stop vibrating. Okay. You can look at the past proposals in the DAO, and you will see that generally raiders either get 1.19 Marma J, or for coming sixth, for example, or if they come first, right, they get 1.69 Marma J. So they get a 0.5 Marma J bonus or boost. And so basically in Crypto Heroes so far, not only is marmaj.near team's going to get 345 pixel tokens, the Chloe.near team will get 149 pixel tokens, and the Sup Nerds team will get 197 pixel tokens. And we can kind of, go to Ref Finance, and we can kind of jump into what that even looks like. So if we went to PXT, we can kind of see, 150 PXT would be worth about 72 Marma J, 0.72 Marma J, which is around $8.5. It's pretty cool. And then the largest amount, right, 350, gives you around $20. So if you come into the Marma J rating party and you come into the hard group and you come first, not only are you able to request to earn right away from the Pixel Dapps team around $20 US worth, you're also able to earn 1.69 Marma J, right? Which is around, I think, 20 something dollars. That's not correct whatsoever. Yeah. So 1.69 Marma J ends up being, I guess, around almost exactly what you'd earn, which is pretty cool. So it ends up doubling up the amount. And then for the other difficulties, it ends up being like double. You end up earning double the amount of Marma J as you would just from doing the PXT, right? Because PXT, right, if you're doing an easier difficulty, you're getting like 200 PXT, $11, or 150 PXT, $8. And so we have an extra bonus for members of our raid. And so typically, keeping things very simple, I'm just raiding with marmaj.near, so we can keep, so I can keep my mage in the team. It's by far my strongest character. The raid boss's health right now is around 55,000 HP, which is actually still pretty easy for us to kill. I think our max we get around 75 to 85,000 health points. And the team is planning on upgrading the game so that each time you face the raid boss, it gets more difficult much faster. Currently, it takes us until around Friday or Saturday to even get to our max kills, which doesn't leave much time for running dungeons. But if the raid bosses got harder and say we stopped raiding around Wednesday or Thursday, we'd have Friday, Saturday, Sunday to run dungeons, which would get us better gear. When it comes to the forge, I don't think I have much gear to forge up today, sadly. I have some common gear, so I can put I think I'll actually you can put this helmet and this ring, forge it up, see what you get. You have a 1% chance of it being rare. It's usually not rare, so I usually don't forge that often, to be honest. I generally am only forging rare items to try and get epics, or epic items to try and get better epics or get legendaries. Generally, it isn't worth the time, I guess, to sit here trying to forge commons, at least not for my characters. I don't even think it... I guess it's worth it if you actually are trying to upgrade your gear. So I think if someone's new to the game and all they have is common gear, it's definitely worth it to run the easy dungeon as much as possible. Forge to get yourself better gear and get yourself better common gear and better rare, get some rare gear on you. But once you kind of have a full set of rare gear and you're getting lots of commons and rares from the easy and medium dungeons, it's pretty hard to get up to epic items. And so typically you have to go to the market. You have to, I sold a hoop. You have to go to the market. You kind of have to say, okay, sort by, usually I go item rank, rare. I say, show me all the rare stuff. Actually, I say, show me the price too. So show me all the rare stuff for the cheapest prices. So as you can see here, you could buy, for example, these two. Let's just do it quickly since we're here. This is always worth it in my opinion. So, gotta connect the ledger manually. It's not that fun. Usually I do forging on my Chloe.near account as well because it's not secured by a ledger. And so it makes it much quicker to kind of go through and interact with the marketplace, interact with the wallet. But for the videos, obviously I use my ledger account, marmaj.near, and so I'll just show this quickly. So if you use two of the same NFTs, you will get the exact same item out of it. We're not going to do that for today. We're just going to take two of the cheapest ones. I do that quite often as well. So what I would do normally is I'd go to the marketplace and I would just sit there. I'll do this maybe another day. I've done it before on a live stream, but I'll come on the market and I'll just buy all the rare items under a certain price. So usually it used to be under 10 pixel tokens. There's quite a few of them. Now I'd say, okay, any rare NFT in the game that costs 5 pixel tokens or less, I would just buy them, right? I would just continue to buy them, go to the market, buy them, and then it would go to the forge, right? And I'd have all these rare items to start forging with that I didn't pay too much for, but you know, we'll see. Then I would start forging them, but it costs 5 pixel tokens to forge. And so this is where it becomes kind of crazy, is that you spend 1 token on the rare, which is very cheap, which is good, on each of the rares. So that's 7 pixel tokens. Then you got to pay 5 pixel tokens to actually forge them. So I'm paying a total of 7 pixel tokens to get an item out, right? 10% chance of being common, basically 80%, 90% chance of being rare, pretty much 89% chance, and 1% chance of being epic. So it's basically a lottery. I'm paying 7 tokens to do this lottery, and I have a 1% chance of winning, 89% chance of losing, and then 10% chance of it being totally terrible and it was a waste of my time. So in my opinion, there's no point of having this 10% chance of being common because you're just wasting my time. If I have to pay 7 pixel tokens and I get a common item out, I'm just kind of pissed off, honestly, it kind of makes no sense. It's a waste of everyone's time, a waste of gas fees, and a waste of this. So in my opinion, it should just be like, 90% chance of rare and then 10% chance of epic or something like that, where it's just like, hey, come burn some items and get some epics, no big deal. So I'm going to do it though. We're going to forge it. We're going to show what comes up out of it, and it's probably going to be another rare that's not very good. That's generally what happens. Okay, so we got a rare. It's 221 stat rank, and it's a helmet. Okay, it looks pretty good so far. Congratulations to me. First of all, I can't use it. Okay, so it's trashed in comparison to what I have on. So the helmet that I have on my knight is 323 health, 371 stat rank, 2.85 defense. Much better than what I just got. Now, we paid 7 pixel tokens for this, right? So let's go to the market and let's see what it looks like. How much is this worth? Let's go by stat rank. Let's go by knight. And let's go to helmet. Let's see. We just paid 7 tokens, right? So let's see what it's worth, how much we got. If we scroll down to 200s, we'll see that for 211, we can get 100 pixel token, it seems, for a common item. But actually, probably not, because you can get a rare one with 232 health for 25 pixel tokens. Okay, so it seems like what we're looking at is anywhere between 5 pixel tokens and 25 pixel tokens. And maybe if but you can go up here and there's one that's maybe not as better because it's less health, but for 15 pixel tokens. This one has more health for 8 pixel tokens. You can keep scrolling up. You'll find one up here with, a little bit less health for 15 pixel tokens. This one's 20 pixel tokens. It's common and it's better in every way. And so it kind of shows you how, okay, at the end of the day, maybe I spent 7 pixel tokens and maybe I earned 10. So maybe I can sell it for 17. There's taxes. I'll get 15 back. That's a lot of work. So generally what would happen now is either I would just throw the item away or I just go into the Discord channel, right? So this is actually what I'll end up doing. I'll come like this. Oops, I don't want to use that one. I come like this. I'll just say screenshot it, come to the channel, say Forge Fails. I'm just going to say putting this up for 19 tokens or something, maybe. If anyone needs putting it up for 10 PXT. Sure, let's just put it up for 10 PXT. The idea is if I put it up for 10, I still make 3, so why not? It supports someone else using the item and playing the game. But you can kind of see how you can be here for quite a while. You know, what you're getting out of it. You pay 7 tokens each time you attempt this. And generally, what you get out of it is not going to be worth more than 10, 15 pixel tokens. If you get very lucky, you might get a rare that's worth 20 to 30 tokens. It might take you a week or 2 to sell it. And if you're extremely lucky, 1% chance you'll get an epic, which can sell for 200 tokens very easily. So there is it is pretty much a lottery though, which I don't like as much, the lottery aspect of it. So let's finally, after all this time streaming, get to the farm. So since yesterday, it seems like we have around $70 per farm to claim. So we're just going to claim across the top. This will put all the tokens when it refreshes into our claimed rewards section. And then, like I've said previously, we're going to start claiming only the tokens that are above $5 in value. So obviously ref is always above $5. That's first. We have Marma J. We have ST near, and we have PXT. So we're going to claim those. It's maximum 4 at a time anyway when using the ledger. We are going to connect the ledger manually because I always forget. We are going to approve the transaction. We are going to sign locally here manually on the ledger. So the ledger, it can authorize it. And then we will have all of these tokens in our near wallet. So I'm going to refresh the near wallet, which is going to disconnect the ledger, sadly. But it will now show the ref tokens and all the other tokens we've received. And we are going to be adding some liquidity as well, I think. Oh, yes, with the ST near. Okay, so we are here. We're going to connect the ledger manually. We are going to send again, so ref is always just sending the max to Chloe.near. This eventually honestly just gets to crypto.com most of the time, the majority of these funds, so that we can continue to actually buy the stuff that we need to do to spread love and positivity. So again, we leverage Web3 Trek for social good. So this is one of the outlets for social good. We're able to take these funds that we earn, put them onto our crypto.com card, and then spend things locally to spread love and positivity. So it's one of the avenues in which we are able to, leverage Web3 Trek like DEXs and DAOs and NFTs to support, to spread love and positivity and support those around us. Let's go here, add liquidity. It is just a little bit each time, but hey, might as well add a tiny bit of liquidity as we go. I do have to connect my ledger manually. And when you add liquidity with a ledger, you do have to sign 3 times manually. You sign twice to transfer the tokens to ref. You sign once to add those 2 tokens to the liquidity pool. If you do it with see right now I'm signing again manually, and then I'll do it one more time. If you do it with a hot wallet or a wallet that does not have a ledger or 2FA or all that, it will go through automatically. I've shown this previously on the Chloe.near account, for example. When that account's adding liquidity, you don't have to do this manual signing 3 times. You sign once, and then the wallet will actually do the other 3 for you, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we've added liquidity. We've transferred the tokens over. I think that's about it. I mean, we're ending soon. We do have to then actually put the tokens into the farm, which is kind of like the last step of adding liquidity here. And we are still adding Skyward liquidity, but we'll do that next time when we've earned more Skyward tokens. Here are we, stake. So this is the liquidity shares that I just created, right? So I just deposited some Marma J and some ST near. That gave me some liquidity shares. That was 0.772725 liquidity shares. And so I'm going to put them all into the pool, the farming pool. And you can actually check out the ROI calculator. So right here you can actually see, okay, so if I put in 0.772725808, whatever, okay, the max shares, how much will I earn per week? 2.4% per week and about 50 cents a week. And these are the tokens you'll earn. You could check how much is it per day, and it'll show you, okay, it's around 80 cents per day. You can say, okay, if I put one share in, okay, I'll earn 10 cents per day. And then you could even start looking at, okay, you know what? If I put in 100 shares, how much will I make per day? $10 a day. Awesome. That's how much I want to make. $72 a week, $300 a month. Not bad. So maybe you want to say, hey, you know what? I want to make $1,000 a month playing in this farm. You got to put 333 shares. Okay, how do you know how much that is? Okay, well, you go to the pool and you say, okay, you know what? Let's add in 275. Ooh, wouldn't even give you. So 400 Marma J. 400 Marma J and 356 ST near would give you 305 shares. So now you can come here and you can say, okay, if I had 305 shares, I'd earn around $800 a month. Let's keep it more stable. It'll be around $30 a day. And you can kind of use this and understanding where, okay, if I had 30 bucks a day, that's about one Marma J and one ST near that I can buy back. And how much would that be? If I had one Marma J and one ST near, it would give you about 0.77 shares a day if you reinvested every day. And that can kind of help you understand, again, right? If you're putting this much in a day, you're earning 10 cents extra every day. And so you can kind of say, okay, I'm earning $29 a day today. And if I reinvest every day, it'll be 29.2 today, 29.3 tomorrow, 29.4 the next day. At the end of the week, it'll be $30 a day, and then $35 a day, and it'll keep going that way if you reinvest. On this reinvesting point, this automatic reinvesting or manual, automatic reinvesting and auto compounding is coming to ref finance pools very soon, the next couple of weeks. So when that is included, we are definitely planning on doing auto compounding for our simple pools. So for example, ETH W near is something that we definitely plan to auto compound. Taking our ref tokens, selling them for more ETH and more near makes a lot of sense to me. Same for ref W near. Taking out the ref earned, for example, from ref W near, buying back W near and putting it back in the pool makes a lot of sense to me there. For the Marma J ST near pool, the plan is to, of course, try and auto compound it. There's so many tokens though, I'm not sure exactly how that works, but we'll see. I'm excited to see how that works out for all the projects and all the different farms. But let's refresh this. I'm not even sure I added the pool shares yet. Yeah, I didn't even add them. So let's add these pool shares. Then I gotta connect the ledger. Stream's pretty much over. So thank you for anyone and everyone who might have come and watched some of this live. Thank you, Ernest, for coming through and making highlight reels of these videos so that people can dig into the parts they're most interested in. But yeah, adding liquidity shares to the farm does automatically claim rewards as well. So you can see this one's at 38 cents, this one's at 35 cents, and this one's at 0 because we just claimed it by depositing. And that's about it. We do have our new poem here. I think I showed that yesterday. I will write the next third poem for this today, is the hope. And we'll have 3 poems up, which in my opinion is a great kind of showcase of what the store might be used for. I do want to get 6 up to really start showcasing the store. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is working on a custom domain for this store. So I already have the domain in mind. And so Bianca, co-founder, creative director, is going to be helping me with that soon. We do have a lot of other things to do over the next day or so. So the biggest things are probably the event that I showed, for example. So again, We have a workshop 29th of May. We're going to be partnering with a Satori application for onboarding. We're going to be partnering with 3XR for gallery creation, partnering with Astro for DAO interactions, partnering with Ref Finance for educating on DeFi and farming, and partnering with the Marketing DAO for funding support for this. We're already partnering with the Creatives DAO for funding support for collecting a lot of the galleries, NFT galleries. Marketing DAO support is specifically for marketing the event, marketing materials at the event, as well as having funding to actually throw the event. So funding for food and beverage, as well as people to host the event, in a small way. And then we're going to be actually getting support from the Near Foundation grants team. And so that is going to be more for being able to support the event more heavily, yes, for this event, but also for being able to throw future events, is we're going to keep requesting from the grants team for that. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Hope to see you at the event on May 29th. If you can't make it in person, you can still show up on Telegram from noon to 1 Eastern. See you all tomorrow, God's willing, and hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday.